大家好，是贝欧流贝老师，你们最喜欢的辅导老师。这个视频是第19课的第一部视频，我们的课是旅行。Let's get into it。那今天我们来做什么呢？今天我们没有2个语法，而是3个语法，可是它们都很简单，不太难。第一个是不得了，第二个是 whoever or whatever， 我们用中文说。第三个是 comparative sentences using be. We've been using be for the longest, but we're just gonna learn something a little bit different with it. So let's get into it. 好，第一个不得了 extremely. So the expression 不得了 often follows the structure adjective plus the and then 不得了, which indicates a high degree in speaker's judgment of the attribute that is signified by the adjective. So, for example, if one can't stand the summer heat in a certain place, one can comment on it by saying 那个地方的夏天热得不得了 It's hot to a 不得了 very extreme like state. So a quick connection, we've looked at 受不了买不了等等等 all these type of examples. So you can sort of make like the connection within there, like 受不了 is not able to be born. 买不了 not able to be bought. The 不得了. And to be real, this is one of those ones where I just like know that it's a set phrase and just keep it pushing because I've not done my deep linguistic analysis. But you all know by now that linguistic analyses are helpful sometimes, but sometimes they don't always make things easier. So in this case, I'll just know it means extremely. Adjective 的不得了. Not 了, not le. So 的不得了。第二个例子 second example， 长城上的人多得不得了。Now, what is it extremely? What are we talking about? What is extreme? The amount of people. 多. So 人多, we got the noun or the subject, right? And then we got that adjective. And then 得不得了。夏天, the noun. Oh, I probably should switch that, right? Just for continuity's sake. So 夏天 is the core subject, right? Because all these other things is helping to describe what 夏天. All these things up here are describing what 人. So 夏天热得不得了. Pretty simple. It's not that hard. Now, 第二个语法 whoever or whatever. So in Chinese, we love the simplicity, but a little bit more flexibility is involved, though, so it might take some time to feel comfortable. But the good news is that you didn't have to learn any new words to know how to say whoever, whatever. So question pronoun repeated in 2 separate but related clauses of the same sentence forms the equivalent of that question pronoun plus ever. So we know that who is 谁. We know that what is 什么. We know that which is 哪. We know that where is 哪. We just put that in 2 separate clauses, and the first one becomes whoever or whatever. So that creates the equivalent expression in English. So the first occurrence is referring to the indefinite thing, like whoever it is, yeah, or whoever it is, and the second one is referring to that same one. So that same person, object, place, time, a thing. So let's just look at one of these real quick. So 谁想去谁就去. So that's what I'm saying. Like the first one is whoever. Whoever wants to go, that person can go. As opposed to whoever wants to go, whoever can go. Like that doesn't make sense. But to sort of flip it in our brain, over back to English just for, to help us out. Whoever wants to go, they can go. That person can go, right? 你吃什么我就吃什么 So it's not like you eat what, I eat what. Like, that doesn't make sense. But whatever you eat. So like the ever is it's like phantom. It's not there, but we understand. 你吃什么 What it is that you eat. 我就吃什么 I will eat that. And you see Joe in a lot of these, but it's not necessarily required, but it is in there. And so, as we see, whatever it is, that one. So, whoever, that person, wherever, there, and it goes for all the question pronouns. 哪儿安静我住哪儿 So you see, 哪儿安静我住哪儿 Somebody might think, oh, you gotta have the definitive, like nar, to say there. And you can, like, there's nothing wrong with that. But when you use nar, you're referring to that same one that you're referring to back here. So you're saying, wherever it is, whatever unspecific one it is, that unspecific hypothetical one, I'll live there. So, anything else? Yeah, like I said, Jill often precedes a verb, but it doesn't have to. As you see in the third example. And in this kind of sentence, sometimes the two occurrences of the question pronoun play the same grammatical role. Like both of them are subjects or both of them are objects. But sometimes the two occurrences of the question pronoun perform different grammatical functions. Just like in this one, 谁想去谁就去 subject. And there's subject here, subject here. But here we have 哪儿安静 subject. The subject is safe, wherever it's safe. 我住哪儿 I is the subject here. 住哪儿 哪儿 then becomes the object. I live there. Well, I live to there, whatever helps you visualize an object. So it's flexible, very flexible. It just helps to see a good amount of examples, and that will show you the way. So speaking of such, let's get into two of them right here. 第一个 anything goes. A 你要点什么菜？你要点什么菜？ B 他们卖什么我就点什么。我无所谓，我无所谓。这句话是很常用的。We use this all the time. 我无所谓，无所谓。It don't matter. It's not a thing. It doesn't. I don't feel any kind of way about it. 无所谓。I don't have any opinion on anything to say. 无所谓。无所谓。It's like words. Not with any kind of word on it. Okay, back to what we're talking about though. 他们卖什么? That's the first instance. But when you hear it, it could just be said real quick. 他们卖什么? They sell what? 我就点什么. And we can tell this is saying whatever they sell. I 就点什么. I will buy 什么. So both of them here are objects, right? Yeah. 他们卖什么我就点什么. What they sell, that's what I'm going to order. Alright, 那第二个 conditions. We know so we can use it to describe like, oh, anything goes, yeah, I'm cool with anything. Whatever it is, I'll do it. We can also, and the opposite is true, like nothing is gonna work. I won't buy any of that. But conditions, we can also show like qualifications, like the yes in that case, or whichever one has this quality, that's what I'm going for. So 第一个 A says 他找谁帮他搬家具？他找谁帮他搬家具？搬 goodness, okay. B says 谁身体棒？他找谁？谁身体棒？他找谁？ So Let me get us another color. Purple 吧。So 他们找谁帮他们搬家具 we see 谁 and there's only one. And like when you're talking, the context will tell you they're asking for information. So usually this can come like as a response to, let me see, whenever. So you won't be confused like that. But here we see one. It's a question. We need a response. So what is the response? 谁身体棒? Whoever's body is snatched. Whoever has the abilities on it. Like, 你很棒，你的身体也很棒。他找谁? So we have two things. The condition. Whoever's body, whoever seems capable to do this, right? That's who we're gonna ask to find. That's who he's gonna find. So it's not just saying, oh, just willy-nilly. Anybody can help me搬家具, move my furniture. Whoever is worthy, they can help me. Alright, now, 第三个, I'm pretty sure. Is this 第三个 or 第二个? Oh, well, we're going to find out. So, comparative sentences using be. So, this is the second part of what was covered in lesson 11, plus one more dimension on top of that. So, in a sentence where be is used, a numeral plus the measure word combination can be placed after the adjective to indicate the disparity between the two of them. So, A plus B, and then B, adjective, then number, measure word, and a noun. So you're trying to see what the difference is, you can find it right here. If you didn't feel like putting all the information, the context was clear, what would you repeat? Just this. Adjective, number, measure word, noun. Like, how much bigger are you? 3 feet taller. That would be here, as opposed to, I am 3 feet taller than him. So, let's look at some 例子。第一个，我们班比你们班多4个学生。我们班比你们班多4个学生。So, the disparity is found where? It is found here. 多4个学生. Ooh, that's thicker than I thought. Bigger by 4 学生, by 4 students. So, 多, and how much more 多? 4个学生. So we need our measure words, as always. You can't just throw out 多4学生, 多4个学生. 那第二个, 我表弟比我小3岁. So you know, use 大 and 小 to say like they're older and younger. So 我表弟, and why do we not have the? Because you love your cousin. How about that? 我表弟比我小3岁. The main information is found where? For continuity, I will use the same thick one. 小3岁. So small by 3 years. Younger by 3 years in context. And who are we talking about? 我的表弟 and 我. And we can tell who it is by the normal order, right? Like, 我的表弟 is a subject. So in comparison to me, they're 3 years smaller. And it's not saying I am 3 years smaller than them. In comparison to me, he is. So 第三个, 我的男友比你的高30厘米. So 我的男友比你的, and what is not here? The things that can be omitted. 你的. We know it's your what? 你的男友. And 男友 is what? 男朋友. Which omissions left and right. 我的男友比你的男友高30厘米. And why did you see him? Because nobody is on this, what are we on? Imperial? Yeah, they don't believe in this imperial. They'd be like, oh, my 9-year-old is 167. I'm like, what is that? My 9-year-old is 185. Like, 185 pounds? Like, what are you on about? If you're gonna do anything in China, if you're gonna flex your height, you're gonna flex your weight, it's time to learn symmetric, y'all. So yeah. Anyways, my 男朋友, my man, is taller than yours. So 比你的高, let's look at that order as well. Compared to you, or compared to the other one, adjective, and not adjective compared to the other one. So compared to yours, tall. Tall by what? Tall by 30 centimeters. Now how? And the past tense that we were using before, the past use of it was 我的男友比你的男友高. So we just went one more step past there to show how much taller. Somebody wants to check you, they want to call your bluff. You said, oh, I bet he's not. Tell me, how much taller is he than mine? Because you're tripping. No one is taller than my man. And you can say, oh, that. Let's get the ruler out, sis. 30 centimeters. So you can put people in their place. 好，那我们来练习一下 enumerables versus numerables. That's the difference between the structure that we just learned and the structure that we learned before. The one that we learned before can be used for both enumerables and for numerables, but in a vague sense, right? And I can say, 这个宝宝，这个小 baby， 比妈妈好吃. That's not what I meant. Why did I even put this on here? That's crazy. Okay, 这个小 baby 比妈妈开心. We can also say 这个小 baby 比妈妈小. Okay, but we didn't ask by how much because I guess nobody's interested in that information. But now, with what we have now, you can say 小 baby 他几岁? 1岁. 所以小 baby 比妈妈小24 years. 24岁. 比妈妈小24岁. Now, we want to say, 我们班中 in the people in our class, 你们的很多学生觉得 baby 不漂亮，你们觉得 baby 很难看。我不这么认为 I don't feel that way. 我觉得 baby 太可爱了，我受不了了。但是如果你这么认为的话 if you are of this crazy opinion, 那你们会说妈妈比小 baby 漂亮. You could say 比小 baby 漂亮多了. You'd be like 多了, like a lot, right? And that we can add on to stuff because it's showing the disparity. She's not just a little bit prettier than baby. She's a lot prettier. Not prettier. But if we want to say numbers, then we go back to what we were looking at. We have bang, B-A-N-G, fourth tone, pounds. So, 小 baby 20 磅. I'll run y'all some imperial. 小 baby 20 磅. 可是妈妈140磅. 那妈妈 oh, quick math. Hold on, let me think real quick. Oh, okay. 妈妈比小 baby 大120磅. 120磅. 你听得懂吗？妈妈比小 baby 大120磅. And as we see, size and age are both used with 大 and 小, but don't fall into the trap of saying 小人. Because I feel like you say 大人. Oh Lord, you can say 大人, but don't say 小人. Although babies are not 小人, they are 小朋友. Okay, they're 小朋友. 小人 is like a stingy person who has not yet, they don't have home training. I guess they don't have character traits. Just don't use 小人. Okay, next. Okay, we've had our fun. 我们来练习一下。So this one doesn't have any answers because it's all你的看法。So using 这，躺着看书对眼睛好吗？我个人觉得 and what was that? We looked at that before. 我个人 is like personally. 我个人觉得躺着看书对眼睛不太好。我听说过，Oh, let me remember how to write, perhaps. 我听说过, y'all know what I'm trying to say. I've heard it said before. Yee. You know what? Don't run me that ting share. Y'all can have those. 听说过，躺着看书对你的眼睛不好。But I don't know. That might be some fake science. I don't know. Y'all tell me. 那第二个，哭着吃东西对身体好不好？我觉得哭着吃东西非常不健康，对你的身体很不好。It's not good. So it was like, cool it out, like cry that nuts out, sis, and then afterwards, reach for them chips. Okay, 被叫 and 让。第一个 my homework was written by my classmate, which is crazy. Don't let that be you. 我的作业被同学写了。And I put written to help y'all out because we say 写. You don't really say 做功课. You can, but it's an Anglicism. Like it comes off very like an Americanism. Americanism is not a real word. Anglicism is. All right. Maybe it is. Next, 第二个 my favorite book was taken away by my classmate. 我最喜欢的书被我的室友拿走了。同事and室友 are the same. 被我的室友拿走了 was taken away as opposed to brought to me, because na just shows you what's going on between the hand of the book. See the little hand at the bottom. But I'll tell you what direction it's going. Why? Because so does that for us. 拿走了。那我们的练习问题 are questions for practice. So describe 不得了。第一个 Beyonce 演唱会的门票怎么样？演唱会 concert 演唱会 Beyonce 演唱会的门票怎么样？那第二个 Florida 的天气呢？ Florida 的天气怎么样？那 whatever, whoever, wherever, all this 第一个 and the only one 你想去哪个国家留学？Wherever your classmate goes or wherever mom chooses. Run me both of those, please. And last one, 最后一题 using be in our new form. 你比你的妈妈高多少？矮多少？高到多少 or 矮多少？矮 remember is short, right? So 矮 and it's cute because 可爱. That's what I name and claim because I'm one of those. Okay, 你最好的朋友呢？呢 in regards to this question, right? 你比你最好的朋友高多少或者矮多少？我很好奇 as always. 好的，谢谢大家，你们都辛苦了，我们下次见，拜拜。